Imagine opening your fridge, peering inside at all those neatly stored goodies, and feeling a little glow of pride. Everything looks fresh, safe, and ready to enjoy. Most of us have that moment, trusting the cool hum of the refrigerator to keep our meals tasty and our ingredients lasting longer. But here's a twist you might not expect. Some foods you tuck away in there, thinking you're doing them a favor, might actually suffer, or worse, turn into something you'd rather not eat. With a bit of health wisdom, you're about to uncover why keeping certain everyday staples like potatoes, tomatoes, or even honey out of the fridge can transform your kitchen game. Stick with this journey, because by the end, you'll have practical tips that could boost your meals and maybe even your well-being. Plus, we'd love for you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep this wisdom spreading. Let's start with potatoes, those humble heroes found in nearly every pantry. You know the kind, perfect for whipping up a creamy mash that hugs your soul, or golden fries that crunch just right with a sprinkle of salt. Picture this. Your friend Sarah, now in her 30s, used to stash her spuds in the fridge, thinking it'd keep them fresh longer. But one day, she bit into a fry expecting that familiar savory snap, only to get a weirdly sweet, gritty mess. Turns out, the cold turns potato starches into sugars faster than you'd believe, leaving them odd-tasting and grainy. Even worse, when you cook those sugary spuds at high heat, say, in a sizzling fryer, a compound called acrylamide can form, something science links to health concerns over time. Why risk it when a simple fix works better? Keep them in a cool, dark, dry spot, like a pantry or a breathable basket, far from onions that sneakily speed up sprouting. Have you ever noticed your potatoes going off too soon? Try this trick and let me know how it goes. Now, let's chat about tomatoes, those juicy bursts of summer you love in a sandwich or a simmering sauce. They're like little flavor bombs, sweet and tart, begging to brighten your plate. But toss them in the fridge, and it's like dimming their light. The cold stalls their ripening, leaving them mealy and dull instead of succulent and vibrant. I remember my neighbor Tom, let's call him that, grumbling about how store tomatoes never tasted like the ones from his grandma's garden. The secret? She left them on the counter, stem side down, letting them ripen naturally. That way, they keep their zing and even hold on to more lycopene, that heart-loving antioxidant. So, where do you keep your tomatoes? Next time you grab one, leave it out and see if it doesn't taste a bit more like sunshine. Onions come next, the kitchen's unsung champs, adding that savory kick to your soups and stir-fries. Their sharp aroma and crisp bite are magic, until the fridge gets involved. In that damp chill, onions soften, get soggy, and sometimes even sprout a funky smell no spice can hide. Plus, their scent sneaks into everything else. Imagine onion-flavored strawberries or milk. Years ago, I learned this the hard way when a batch of butter turned oniony overnight. The fix? Store them in a dry, airy spot. A mesh bag or basket works wonders, and keep them away from potatoes, their secret rivals. Ever had a fridge mishap like that? Drop a comment and share your story. I'm all ears. Garlic's up now, a flavor-packed gem that's been warming dishes and hearts forever. Whether you're mincing it for pasta or roasting it soft and sweet, it's pure kitchen poetry. But shove it in the fridge, and it fights back, sprouting bitter green shoots or going mushy with mold. My cousin, let's say Mia, once found her garlic cloves tasting like old leftovers after a fridge stint. The trick is letting it breathe in a dry spot, maybe a clay pot or an open basket, where it stays bold and fragrant. If you chop it ahead, seal it tight for a quick fridge stay, but otherwise, let it live free. How do you store your garlic? Give this a whirl and tell me if it doesn't perk up your next dish. Oh, avocados, what a treat, with their buttery green flesh perfect on toast or in a smoothie. They're a nutrient powerhouse, full of good fats, but timing's everything. Pop an unripe one in the fridge, and it stalls, staying hard and chalky instead of creamy. I once waited weeks for an avocado to soften, only to find it rubbery inside, such a letdown. Let them ripen on the counter. Speed it up with a banana in a paper bag if you are impatient. Then chill only when they're perfectly ripe, and just for a day or two. Cut one open, dab it with lemon juice, and wrap it snug. Ever tried that ripening trick? Let me know how it works for you. Bananas bring that sunny sweetness, a grab-and-go boost of energy. Their golden curves deserve a spot on your counter, not the fridge, where the cold turns their peels black while the inside stays starchy and raw. My old roommate, call her Jen, used to fridge hers, thinking they'd last longer, only to find them looking rotten but tasting unripe. Hang them up or set them in a bowl, away from apples if you want them slower, and freeze the overripe ones for smoothies or baking. Ever frozen a banana? Comment below if you've got a favorite recipe. I'd love to hear it. Melons, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew carry summer in every juicy bite. Whole and uncut, they thrive on the counter, ripening into sweetness and packing more antioxidants like beta-carotene. Chill them too soon, and they turn mushy or bland. I recall a picnic where a fridge-stored watermelon disappointed us all, grainy instead of crisp. Let them ripen out, then refrigerate slices for a few days, wrapped tight. Do you chill your melons right away? Try this and see if the flavor doesn't pop next time. Bread's a comfort we can't resist, from crusty loaves to soft slices, carrying the scent of bakeries and the coziness of home. But the fridge? It's a stale maker, drying it out fast with a process called retrogradation, where starch turns tough instead of tender. My dad once stored a fresh bakery loaf in there, dreaming of sandwiches, and by morning, it was tough and sad, a shadow of its former glory. Keep it at room temp in a paper bag for a few days, letting it breathe while staying soft, or freeze it wrapped tight for longer. Toast it straight from the freezer for that warm, fresh vibe that fills your kitchen with joy. It's amazing how such a simple shift can keep every bite delightful. How do you keep your bread? Do you have a favorite way to enjoy it fresh? Share your go-to below. I'm curious to hear what works for you. Honey's a golden treasure, ancient and healing, perfect on toast or in tea, with a sweetness that feels like a hug from nature. Fridge it, and it crystallizes into a gritty block, losing its silky flow that makes it so special. I learned this when a jar I chilled turned into a chore to scoop, still good, but not the same, lacking that smooth drizzle I craved over warm biscuits. Store it in a pantry, sealed tight, away from prying cold, and warm it gently in a bowl of water. If it hardens naturally over time, it'll melt back to liquid gold without losing its charm. Its natural preservatives keep it safe for years, a timeless gift from the bees. Ever had honey crystallize on you? What's your trick to bring it back to life? Tell me your fix. I'd love to swap tips and hear your honey stories. Finally, olive oil, that Mediterranean soul in a bottle, rich and peppery, swirling with history in every pore. Refrigerate it, and it clouds up, thickening into clumps, not spoiling, but losing its charm and that vibrant kick you love. My aunt once chilled her fancy extra virgin, a bottle she'd splurged on from a local market, only to find it duller after thawing, its grassy notes faded. Keep it in a dark pantry, away from heat and light, in a sealed bottle, preferably dark glass to shield it, and it'll stay vibrant for months, ready to dress a salad or dip with bread. It's a small choice that honors its legacy, keeping it as lively as the groves it came from. How do you store your oil? Have you noticed a difference in taste with this trick? Try it, and let me know if it doesn't elevate your next meal. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So here we are, friends, with 10 foods that thrive outside your fridge. Small changes, big rewards. Food's more than fuel. It's memory, care, and connection. Think of your grandma's countertop tomatoes or your dad's bread stash. Those old ways hold wisdom we're rediscovering together. What's one tip you'll try today? Drop it in the comments. I'm excited to hear. If this journey sparks something for you, hit like, share it with a friend, subscribe, and let's build this community of kitchen smarts. Until next time, treat your food with love. It'll love you right back.